Mate, what is with all these NRL fantasy podcasts? They all sound the fucking same. Welcome to the echo chamber.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Echo Chamber, another NRL fantasy podcast with a little bit of a difference. The old Echo Chamber's known for its vulgar language and really shit takes. So speaking of shit takes, I've got a good person join us today. Rudely, how you doing, mate?
Oh, great, man! I'm living the dream. I'm really excited to be a passenger this potty because I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing in centres.
Well, it is centres, so I don't think anyone's got any idea what the fuck's going on. And speaking of not knowing what the fuck's going on, Eddy, welcome, mate.
What up, brother?
How you doing?
No, not too bad. Although just looking at this team list, both my starting centres aren't named, so and it could be a bit of an issue. So we'll have to talk this one through, I think. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon. And bringing in some actual knowledge and skill to it is Lordy. How you doing, mate?
Not too bad. Just, yeah, it's funny. It's a bit of a day for mucking around with your team, but that's what it's all about preseason, right? Spending too much time worrying about what players do.
Yeah.
Oh, so much time.
And speaking of preseason, we had some rugby league on the weekend. I only caught the Cowboys game because that's all I really cared about. Lordy, you watched both though, right?
I did, mate, because I was really sick on the weekend, actually, so I was shut away in the room because the wife is just finished up an important course, so she couldn't get sick, so I was quarantined, mate. It was COVID all over again.
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah,
got any takeaways?
Oh, look, the Bulldog side, obviously nothing to worry about there. The Cowboy side, look, the first thing I said from that one was that Purdue's not the guy, like for us at centres, and this week, we'll not to jump into it too much, but he's named at centre, not in the halves. So, because Clifford did look much better. Helam Lukey looked really good in his runs, like ran for over 100 metres, scored more than a point a minute in his time in the second row, and then went off, looked healthy, so that looked really good. And we've also heard that Nanai is out for, I think it's like 8 to 10 rounds, guys.
10 weeks.
That's
he's
nice.
expected back. So
yeah, so a right edge for 10 rounds for a guy like that is a pretty good run. And his name's he's named at right edge this week.
Yep.
The other one so that was pretty much most of the Cowboys stuff that really mattered. The other one was Dragons versus Knights. Look, there was a little bit of interest in both games, but if I'm looking here at the team list, the big one was Farley actually looked good, but he's not named this week. The Sedu 2 looked decent. He's named this week. The Ryan Catchman, actually, Toby Catchman looked okay, but just a bit of tackles, a few runs. Ryan Catchman looked stellar. Hard runs, scored I want to say 35, 40 points in his couple of stints, and he had a HIA knock, but passed it, came back all fine. So yeah, it's looking good up for Ryan Catchman, who was actually the more highly regarded of the two before he did his knee last year.
yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Was that everyone was talking about Ryan being the better player of the two?
So there was one last thing, which was for the Knights. There wasn't much to write home about for a lot of the team, but Sam Smith, it looks like he might have that 7 job. He's actually have a little bit of interest there, but the other one was Thomas Kent. Just looked like an absolute stud there. He truly wasn't scoring, played big minutes, worked hard, did really well.
Yeah.
He's got the start this week over McEwen.
I have to see if that's a timeshare job though between McEwen and Kent though.
I thought McEwen was injured.
He's named on the bench this week. So he was injured last week. That's why he was scratched late. But yeah, Thomas Kent, 10 runs, 115 metres, 41 post contact, and for his defence, 25 tackles. That's huge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of team lists this week, the only really relevant things to look at are the teams going to Vegas because this is their second bye, so they're probably going to put out a decent team before the hit out. Obviously, missing the All-Star players. Cowboys, that doesn't really affect because it's only Mr. Lars that's playing for the All-Stars. They look 1 to 13. Maybe some adjustments on the bench, which does lead good for Lukey, but it is shit for the centre prospects with both Chester and Purdue named in. Well, Chester's not even named. Purdue in the centres. So if you had Jackson in your team, thinking he was going to play in the halves, and you could slot him in your centres, that dream looks dead. With Clifford having a great game on the weekend.
Yeah, the only thing that could save this is if fucking during the game he moves back out into the halves, but I can't see why they'd name him at centre though if they weren't playing him there. It goes against everything we'd heard all preseason about where he's been training and shit. I don't get it.
Well, it was a three-way. It was a three-way battle all year.
What?
So
Peyton changing up the roles of his players with no warning?
Yeah.
I could never have foreseen this coming. What an
Oh,
unexpected turn of events.
yeah,
Fuck, I hate that bald cunt. Fuck, he's been annoying for a couple of years now, eh?
Oh, fuck, he's a pain. He's a fucking pain as a fantasy player.
Fuck,
And it-
why hasn't he been sacked yet? Fucking
And Sam
Don't worry,
McIntyre in the second row, like that's where he's at with his life. You've got
That's
John
strategy.
Bateman on the bench, and you got Sam McIntyre.
I
on the
expect
edge.
that to
It's just-
switch around. I think Bateman didn't get any minutes. I think that's just going to be get some minutes into the legs. Expect that to switch around, to be honest.
Hopefully,
Yeah, and O'Donnell, I expect to be on that bench. So, looking at the other team, which was the Dragons, that's centre relevant. No Fale.
no Farley.
So
yeah, that's an issue.
very interesting. He's named in. He's not can't be injured because he's named in the number 20. There may be a cheap outside back in 32, but he'll probably come in with the wing because he's not in the game. If he's named on the wing, that's a centre spot dead. So,
Well,
bits.
we weren't. He wasn't going to get the centre spot, I don't think, over Sully. So it was just whether Tuapolotu pulled the finger out or not, right?
yeah,
The problem is Farley hasn't even played on the wing. He played at centre in the last game, and
Yeah.
I suppose it's an extended bench. Fucking, as far as we know, he might play the second half on the wing, but I don't know. It's definitely not what you want to see, eh?
I'm not filled with
No.
confidence.
Nah, not at all.
We need a Tuapolotu hamstring, which 50-50 at this stage of his career, but
Fucking hell. So yeah, 40% of teams own Farley. Rightly so, because he was touted as being the next big thing from the Dragons, and he's not even named. So 40% of teams in bits. We
Fuck,
just got to wait.
Fucking half the people I know are probably planning on using Farley and Chester as their starting combos. So at the moment, I've just got fucking 2 blank spots at centre.
Yeah,
in my
it
fucking
is
team.
absolute bits.
Fucking now.
So,
Welcome back, Tennessee.
do you know what the funny part for me is? Do you know who's
not
looking
funny.
like a stellar buy? It's a bit funny, but Luciano Leilua looking close to back to his peak Tigers fitness, like 15 kilos down, like that. Luciano was it 21?
did the McDonald's shut down in his area or something?
Was
What
peak?
happened?
Yeah, must be.
He's on the Ozempic for sure.
It must be outside of his day release area, but
He was so fucking fat last year.
he was, and he can't get fit during the season. Like he had the court case, he had everything going on.
Yeah.
But this is 15 kilos lighter. There's a little bit to like there, I think, for Luciano. Like I'm not saying I'm going to start with him. I'm just saying that like it's one of those ones where like he's certainly moving up my draft roster.
He's
Just so many
cheap.
second row.
430. Yeah.
There's not a lot of other choice. He's getting close to being my team.
If
Yeah,
I put him
I
at
mean,
centre.
Yeah, can we play with him?
if
So-
only.
So Macassini, we're not even going to know if he's named because they got to buy round 1.
Yeah. I'll leave him.
It's a dangerous because if you look at the Tigers team this week, it is entirely reserve grade, and he's named at centre, which means is that to get the starting spot, he'd have to beat out Toa or Taylor May, and he's not going to beat out May.
No.
So unless Stafford Toa's on the out, Macassini is also looking dead to us.
He does.
Yeah. At this point, unless the coach comes out just before round 1 and outright says Macassini has won the starting role, then anything short of that, I won't be getting him, and I doubt that happens.
So seeing that all of our centres have just been removed from the team, we're all going to be digging deep to try to find something.
Bro, is Seto 2 going to have fucking DPP?
He won't, because he's not in the game. So if
And he's not played as a wing centre really much before. He's a fullback and
so he'll come in he'll come in wing fullback. Yeah, that's my anticipation there. So speaking about someone who does have the centre position, 27% owned, Casey McLean.
Is he there early owned?
Yeah, 26.41%.
Oh,
480k.
I've kind of had Casey McLean in and out of my side. Like, he is a fair chunk of change, but he did have 2 seasons last year. Remember, he had that round 1 score of 2. He got knocked out, and then he came back into the squad. He was on the wing for a while. He was at centre. He was dropped. Like, he averaged around 30 in that first part of the year, and then he got dropped, and then he came back for the second half of the year, and he was averaging at least mid-40s for that second run. So, I guess if you're counting on, if you want to buy talent, he's an international star. Did you see that try that he scored in the Pacific Championships? Just kind of barged over. Who did he barge over? Junior Paulo. He's
got some power. But 480, it's not cheap. It's a risk, right?
We're going to all have to take at least one mid-range centre now. It seems like the chances of us getting fucking 2 cheap centres and maybe even a reserve cheap centre, like, that's just not happening by the looks of it.
It's dead.
Yeah.
So good. And he seems as good of a fucking bet as anyone in the mid-range, right?
Oh man, I don't know. He's 480, so he's priced at 36. So you're betting essentially on him becoming a keeper centre, and I personally ain't all there with you there.
Yeah, but let's see how many, over the course of this podcast, how many guys we identify that are better buys than him before we write him off.
And he's got the talent.
It's not going to be many.
And he's got the talent, and he's playing outside of Blaze Talangi.
Playing in the top 10. Yeah.
Yeah, and you have Cleary swinging across that way, Edwards. Like, he's getting the good ball from all the good guys. That's all I can think of.
Now,
that's a good sell.
If you had $800,000 burning a hole in your pocket, this is obviously a really easy position to put one person in, Herbie Farnworth. Problem is, if you're putting Herbie Farnworth in there, you're not taking someone like Isaiah Yeo, or you're probably not taking Cleary. Like, it's not worth the risk for me. I had Farnworth because at the start of the year, because of how shit that the position was.
And it's even worse now.
It is worse now. So, are we going to have to sacrifice an Isaiah Yeo to play a Herbie Farnworth?
We don't have to, but I think at this point it's a valid option because, like, everyone just say, "Oh, we'll just get value at centre value." There's fuck all value. Like, they're like all of these mid-ranges we're about to talk about are like 5 points value or some shit. So it's looking like a not that bad of a play to get Herbie, even though he's no value to him. Fucking
23%.
You got to gun up. You got to spend your money fucking somewhere, like, you know.
I'm going to jump in here.
Streets ahead of everyone else in the position.
Go, Rich.
I'm actually going to say that Fawn was actually a clear avoid because he's overvalued and you will lose money on him. He had a career best season last year. I'm not convinced that the Dolphins are going to put as many points on as they did last year. And I'm not as convinced that Fawn was going to have such an insane score streak as he did last year. I think he's overvalued. Again, no choice here in centre, but I don't think buying someone who actually I think will lose money is the way to go. Even if he is a keeper.
The reasons to buy him aren't so much based around value. It's that he's so far ahead at the best in his position. He doesn't play. He's the best, and he doesn't play Origin. You got to spend your cap somewhere. Fucking.
There's no Lucas.
I wouldn't talk anyone out of
Lions edge.
I wouldn't.
The year before, he still got to 55, right? So this is the thing. It's not like he had a poor, like it's suddenly gone from 30s to 60s. So it was 55 the year before. Averaged over the season. Played basically 79.9 minutes a game. So there's a risk there, but it's mitigated by his history.
If I can afford him without blowing my team up, I'm definitely going to look at it. But
And there's the added bonus that fucking the position won't be doing your fucking head in every week.
Yep. Yep.
What's their buys look like? I'm just looking there just to make sure that we're not giving them like a round 3 buy with 800,000 players. No, it's brilliant.
Yeah, they
round
run
14.
Yep, they run a long
That's not
time
bad,
before their
actually.
first buy.
It's not bad at all.
So they're like round 14, rounds like 18 and 21. So like he plays all of the buy rounds too.
We'd have to probably get another
Fuck,
cheap.
that's
mid
pretty
to-
nice.
For me, I think
Did you say all of the major bottom?
All major buys.
Fuck, and he's the best. I reckon it's definitely a valid strat getting him. I might see if I can figure out how to turn Walsh into him.
Okay, here's the other best part. If you want to get some decent scores from here early, right, before they hit a tough run, first 5 games, Rabbits, Knights, Tigers, Broncos. Broncos a tough game, and then Gold Coast.
But they always turn up for the Broncos game.
I do.
Yeah, it's not like it's.
I'm just saying it's.
Yeah.
And then they face Penrith and Melbourne back-to-back weeks, but it's at home, which is big against those two teams.
Fuck, you're turning me. You're turning me. I'm
Decent draw. Now that there's no stock in the position, if you can do it without murdering your team, it's probably the play, right?
Yeah. Captain him against St George, like even one of the against the Cowboys, they're missing their origin stars.
I think if you're on the no Haas train, I think Herbie makes a lot of sense because he's a captaincy option for you. Like if you're not running a Haas, Yo, Cleary 3, like I know a lot of people are, I think you can definitely look at Herbie Farnworth.
Sorry,
yeah, especially if you're sitting there with Reece Walsh or someone in your wing of fullbacks, and they decide to just buy that extra 150k.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, he does miss the third major buy. My apologies on that one.
Round 18.
He's got the third round 18.
Yeah.
First 2 is still pretty fucking nice though.
That's what I mean, and then you can hop off. Like I like it more the more that I think about it.
Yeah. Just talked everyone into buying Herbie Farnworth at 800k when it was ridiculous. Look, 23% of the people agreed before we even started speaking. So there we go. 18% of people are probably going to be disappointed to hear that Jacob Kiraz is not named, injured. Niggly injury coming into the season.
Round 2 bye. I'm not sure he gets on the plane.
It was only last week he came out of the rehab group. I don't even know what the injury is. If it's anything to do with his knee or his back, stay the fuck away.
Yeah.
Yep. So
he does find a reason not to play games each year.
He probably doesn't want to go to Vegas, mate. So he's like, "Oh, fucking sick, coach. Put me back."
Yeah, and I said round 2 bye. They're playing the Gold Coast, so he might get off that one too.
Yeah, right.
Find extra money for Herbie if you're going to spend that much on a centre.
It's 140k. I agree.
Yep. It's a lot.
Purdue.
He does have the DPP. That's the only thing about him is that you can just flick him around all year, covering holes. That is worth.
Maybe he's a round 3 or 4 switcheroony if someone's failing in your team that you can bring in. I don't think he's someone you can. The fact that he's not even training properly, he's only just come out of the injured people. They're going away to America. He's probably just going to stay home and get himself fit. So, yeah, I'd stay away from Kiraz. Jackson Purdue, we already spoke about. He's dead. 12% of people there, or 11% going to have to figure something out. 7.8% of people have got Stephen Crichton in their teams. Sounds to me like their auto pick. Stay away from Stephen. He's not fantasy relevant. Stags.
He's fantasy relevant for about 6 weeks a year, and you always get on at the wrong time.
God, Origin.
He's just getting picked by those guys that don't really know fantasy, and just he's a big name, so they're like, oh, he doesn't cost too much, and I know his name.
Maybe a look at Capewell if he gets the edge over Halisima.
He's in my team.
Yeah,
he's in my team at the moment.
Talk to us.
I just look it's not. I'm not thrilled, but like 426 has the duel, priced at 33 because he played a lot of games at centre last year. But they got Leitua in the side as well, and they've put Halisima at centre this week as well for the Warriors instead of Capewell, which says that if they're going to play Capewell at the second row, he averages essentially high 30s, low 40s in the second row.
Mm.
And
You're
so there's
absolutely
value
right.
there, and there's very little value there. It's like we're looking for what I'll take potentially 8 points worth of value, and I don't own any other Warriors apart from my other center.
You have almost sold me.
You sold me. Empty slot now filled. That's good enough for me.
426, like it's not, you're not
Yeah.
thrilled, but you were paying that much for Purdue, right?
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
he doesn't have quite the upside of a Purdue with the kick meters and the everything else, but he's a quality guy, capable. Like he's
Yeah.
I know for me.
Is he going to play 80?
Depends
Yes.
whether
You fucking need him to.
Halasima.
Yeah, definitely needing to. Yeah. So if Halasima is named at center, probably look at
Are you
Capewell.
laughing?
Yeah. Yeah.
And look, you're not going to lose
For
your
how
shirt
long?
on it, and you've got enough cash there where if you do need to shuffle it around, you're not broke. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like you can find a bit of money, go to McLean or someone else who you can set and forget.
Any love for Stags?
How much is he?
570?
Nah.
Expensive.
Yeah, it's too expensive. Fuck that.
Brad,
It's just full on full price.
Bradman Best at the same price, basically 590.
No, but I would prefer him to Stags.
Mm-hmm. This
Yeah.
guy can get a century, which is rare in centre. It's even if Herbie only got to 99 last year.
I just don't know how good the Knights are going to be. I think they're going to take a minute to click with their new halves.
Probably not very good.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's going to be a minute before they click into gear, so I'm not interested in Bradman. The next percentage owned person is in my team. Ever since I looked at him with Moses, and that's the hard penis, because he is definitely coming into my team. He's coming into me.
Coming into
Yeah.
you.
I think you're looking.
He's been in and out of my team all preseason because I was hoping to get away with running 2 cheapies. Now that that's not on the cards, I'm pretty sure I will be getting him now. He's cheap as fuck. He's only like 14 or some shit. And apart from last year, he usually averages around that 40 sort of mark. He's priced at what, 32?
32.
So I don't know. I'd like to think he can go at least 38 or something.
He
give
averages
me a
40
share
off
of him.
with Moses in the team. So
I'd take that.
Yeah.
And just when I was looking at his stats, like the stats that he gets, for like first team, his meters are quite good. Like he can offload. Doesn't have too much in the way of demerits. I just see him going decent enough. I'm not super pumped on the pick, but I like him better than I like other mid-range centers personally.
there is a vibe pick been spun out by Jay-Z and Robert Toyer. He basically just says he thinks he's going to have a breakout year and go big. And he'll love
He had his breakout year, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
like he
Well,
kind
it's
of
his
did that.
Far
rookie year.
out.
Rookie year, and he's going to take
what
it
do you
next
think
level.
he's going to do this year? Do you think he's going to fly to the moon or something? Like,
50.
Jesus Christ. Well, he's going to have to be like the Fast and Furious where they go to space in cars or something.
Yeah, Jay-Z reckons he's going all the way, mate.
Problem is, Jay-Z just said Robert Toyer vibes pick.
Yeah.
No further information given.
Here's an interesting stat just going back to Penasini. I did just do the quick pull up.
Yep.
With Mitchell Moses in the squad. So without him last year, averages 36. With him, averages 46. And it stays relevant. With Mitchell Moses the year before, averages in 23, 46. Without him, averaged 27.
Yeah, he averages way more when Moses in the team, so...
Yeah, even last year, 32 without Moses, and it was only 33 with Moses, but I think that was just, they weren't very good last year,
How
Parra.
shit the odds were. And I think Zach also stole a bit of Penasini's thunder. Zach just carried the ball 7 times.
Penasini's just personal form was just shit last year too.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to back a bounce back.
Yep, same.
Got to back one of these, can't say.
Yeah, so at the moment I've got Capewell and
He's got talent.
Penasini. Just hope we get one cheapie that I can slot on the bench as a fucking backup.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely not paying for 3 mid-range centers. Fuck, that can fuck right off.
That's the
Um,
only advantage of getting a Perez somewhere, is that you can flex him in and out, so that
Yeah, but if,
you can get Setu 2 on the bench, and then if you need a centre cover, you can shift Perez around.
Yeah, but you still got to be fucking filling the centre spots regardless.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I get it. But the
Other notable
It's-
centre. Who actually got from the Warriors as the other centre?
Ali later
Mm.
too. So it's just one of those ones where he's got the spot. Does he absolutely thrill me? Not particularly. As far as it goes, he's just there until I work something out better in my life. But he seems to win out over a lot of other people. Like, is Rocco Berry still injured? It looks like he's on
Yes.
the
Yeah,
injury reserve.
He is.
he's only just coming out of injury. I think I don't think he's fully healthy.
Yeah. So, and I imagine that if anything happens, there will be Halasima who shuffles around, probably to that other edge spot opposite Cape. So, I figure that he's relatively stable. But it could be Cape or Penasini, or it could be that we go find Farnworth and we just drop out a Isaiah Yeo.
Not thrilled with any of the options.
No,
Obviously, if we get
no one is.
a Jack Health on edge, there's always that option.
I don't see why. Has there been anything to suggest that would happen
Well,
apart
hang on.
from Beluga?
Hang on.
Happen?
Someone who's named on the edge this week
Where?
Uh-huh.
Sorry, which team?
at the Storm? Who's named on the edge of the Storm this week?
Yeah. The young fella, Elisatasi.
Yeah. I don't see it, man. They named Cooper Clark over.
I
Him.
haven't
Lasati.
even heard. I haven't even heard that he's trained there in the
Yeah.
preseason. The only thing I've heard is Beluga just going, "Oh, we're going to get Lomax. We're going to get Lomax, and then he's going to go to the edge, and everything's going to be awesome." It's just something he wants to happen. There's nothing to suggest that any of that's happening.
Look, he's got to go to centre, surely, Lomax, if he's there. He's not moving Warbrick, and he's not moving Coates. So, yeah, I reckon Howarth would go, but he might go to that flex bench spot even.
The issue is you're not going to know too late because their court hearing's just been adjourned into the first round of the season. So the game will already be underway. So you can't just sit there hoping the Howarth is going to start playing. As much as I am a believer as well, I don't think you can start with him at all.
I know.
But
Howarth
you
just
probably
seems the exact. Yeah. Howarth seems the exact same buy he was this time last year, and I went there and it didn't work out. What's different now than then? Fuck all.
No, you need a edge. You need an edge.
At some point, you just chuck a star on him, and if you see that he's starting in the second row, you start having a look.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is there anybody we're missing on the centre?
Oh, I have one suggestion, but you're not going to like
Go,
it.
come on, hit us.
What is it?
Jesse Ramian is currently priced at 36. He's been a keeper centre in the past. He's played
How
a large
much?
chunk. He's priced at 36, 479k.
Oh yeah. Well, it's probably comparable to that Casey McLean, then, isn't it?
It is, though I'd say there's a couple things that are a bit better than Casey McLean. One, last season he didn't play that much with Sione Katoa because Sione Katoa was in and out of the team injured. Sione Katoa is starting this season. Secondly, Sharks have a piss easy draw this year. Like, it's a bit of a joke. He's been a keeper in the past, but he's very up and down. It's definitely a risky play. But given how bad centre is, I think it's worth a suss.
Yeah, I'm not angry at that call, to be honest. He was a 40 guy up until last week and last year, and even then, if you go over 70 minutes, he averaged 39. So, a couple of points of value
That's an
there.
option.
Yeah.
The issue is he gets sin binned a lot, so he doesn't always play 80 minutes.
The only question I'd ask is he actually 60, 70k better than Penasini?
No, God, no.
Or is it-
Penasini's probably
or
the
is it the
clearest
same?
shout. Penasini's probably the clearest shout, but if you need someone to partner Penasini, and there's no cheapies, and if Capewell's not getting the edge 80 minute spots, fuck, you're clutching at straws there.
I will say Jesse
That's
Ramian doesn't score any tries.
And I'd say he's also on the outer at Sharks. I think this will be one of his last years there. I think he's likely Bears, Chiefs, something else. I think they will be moving on at Shark Park.
I am with you. I think Gabriel coming through will be the next centre there.
Next big thing.
the comparable price is Casey McLean, and Casey McLean's a player on the rise where I would probably suggest that Ramian, if anything, was on the decline. Certainly not on the rise.
I'd personally go Ramian over McLean.
Okay.
But I got a bit of a gut feeling there. That
I'll
Ramian
take a
might be
piece of that.
Decent.
That'd be interesting to think about during the season. Actually, I like that.
Shit clap bet.
No, mate, my shit stays in the toilet, actually.
The I got a good one though. We have actually missed one guy.
Yep.
Who?
He will get centre round 1, and he's going to be the second most expensive centre, and that would be our good our good friend Latrell Mitchell.
Oh. Not interested.
So, no, not necessarily to 723. No, but he's a guy to chuck a star on during the season, because at some point he's a guy who absolutely can find the line.
Yep.
He can score a try. He'll just be able to bully a lot of centres, like on the edge over there, because he'll have Walker on one side, he'll have Fafita, he'll have Alex Johnson on the outside. He knows how to get a try assist, a try, and he goal kicks. And he'll probably, knowing him, if they've got to do long field kicking, he'll probably do that too, because the Flog Central is back at Souths, and they don't have any halves worth a damn.
Yeah, actually,
if you're going to spend it up on him, surely you would just get Herbie at that point.
No, I'm not saying round 1, but you might. It's a guy that I'm chucking a star on. If he takes that dip at some point, I think I might go and stash him. Like a couple of poor games to start, or an injury, or a head knock, or something. He's a guy that I want to get in that dip, because he can punch out sort of a big score.
Yeah, well, if the price is right.
The other thing to note is if Jai Gray goes down, he'll go back to fullback, and then you have a high-scoring fullback in centre.
That's true.
Yeah.
And next year, I think he'll be an absolutely stellar, because I think the long term for him is actually going to be 6. He'd take Cody Walker's spot. So I think that'll be excellent.
I mean, he hasn't really played centre since 2019. So it's going to be interesting to see how he goes.
Oh, he'll be fine. He's just expensive.
He's a stud.
This young cunt fucking outside back at the Titans, is he going to get DPP? Or is he going to be working fullback only too? I don't know anything about the cunt.
If he gets a spot.
Yeah.
Like, so let's think about the spots that are up for grabs. Titans have got a spot in the outside backs, and Dragons have got spots in the outside backs, right? So there's going to be some cheapies there. Possibly the Tigers if they switch things up. So they're the 3 clubs you're looking at TRT week 1 to see if there's a cheapie you can grab. Otherwise, Penasini, Capewell, or you're paying up for Herbie Farnworth.
Yeah, it's real nugget time at the Titans list this week. Like, they got Jalen DeGroot at fullback, so they're just absolutely playing no one this week. And so next week we'll see what's happening.
Titans must have the old All-Stars on fucking paycheck or what, because they are fucking loaded up.
That player that I'm talking about, though, like, is he only a winger fullback, or is he a decent chance of getting centre DPP? Because God, fucking, we need at least one cheapy centre. Because I'm not paying fucking good dollars for a backup centre. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Not in the game.
I'm personally running the gauntlets if we don't get a cheapy centre.
Yeah, I think that'll be the only option. Like, what are you going to do? Buy 3 fucking 450k centres? Fuck no.
Jesse Ramian sitting in reserves. That's what we're after.
Sitting.
Mate, you'd never want a bench score from him.
Anyway.
What about, I haven't touched on Cobbo.
He's not available.
If he does get the centre spot, that could be interesting, actually.
It doesn't seem like he's going to, though.
He's named there this week. He's named there this week.
They've got Avarillo playing 1.
And I think that could be... I think if they're going to play him in the wing, they would have just named him on the wing this weekend.
He's priced at 30. He's priced at 34. He averages 41 at centre long term, so he's got maybe 15 games there. Not an especially high try scoring rate in there. It's 0.3, so that's half of Herbie's rate, for instance. So 41 at centres is not bad, and compared to his larger sample of 36 on the wing. So getting more ball certainly helps him.
Yeah.
If he does get named centre round 1, he might be my favourite mid-range centre apart from Penasini.
It might be a Cobbo Penis fucking centre pairing for me.
Does Cobbo play Origin?
Yeah.
Not this year.
Always or just
You
sometimes?
don't reckon? I reckon he'll be in the shout.
Val's got a year left in him, I think. Like there's a few guys ahead, I think.
What about on the wings? I can't even think of who their wingers are.
They've had a few Coates and like they got Talangi in there. That like there's a few guys.
I think Talangi.
So there's a chance of Origin.
Yeah.
That's it. He probably extended squad status, but that's about it.
Okay. Yeah, no, if he's named at centre, he's definitely as good of an option as any of the cunts we've just been talking about, I think. Because he's looking in the best shape I've ever fucking seen him play footy on. All his like fucking fat face and stuff's all gone. Apparently he's down, I don't know, like 10 kgs or some shit.
I heard he's training the house down, so lock him in, boys.
10 kilos. No, you're right. I'll put in the chat.
I saw a photo of him.
Did McDonald's shut down like 10 stores or something across Australia?
Because he used to have that chubby face, and I saw a photo of him, and he's actually looking quite lean.
That's
Leaner
it.
than I've seen him anyway.
He's got the proper little like bum fluff beard going there.
That's 10 points of value in that alone.
You're sure that's not a photo from when he was like 16 or something, right?
Abos love a bit of bum fluff, eh?
Gotta get the beard, mate. Yeah, right. So Cobbo definitely someone to look out for, named at centre. Probably comes in above Capewell at that point, just on we don't know what Capewell's shelf life's going to be at edge. Could be all year. Could be.
He's getting old as well.
He is.
Yeah, 33, I think.
But I'm pretty sure he's been in the NRL for like 12 years or something.
He did have he was at the Sharks for a few years. Like I think he was real light on playing for them, so I don't think he's got the miles in his legs necessarily. No, he's only 32. It's only 32.
Only 32. NRL, mate. They should just take him out the back at this point.
No, he's got a couple of years left in him. I think like he didn't have the hard work put in. Like he was 2016 to 19 over at the Sharks, right? Like just not a huge number of games. Didn't get flogged.
Yep.
I know, just an old ass second rower with the fucking young gun coming through. It just doesn't seem like a great formula to suddenly wind back the clock and have a vintage season. You know what I mean? It doesn't.
Fair enough.
I just don't feel the vibes.
Fair enough.
I think there's a few other players just to put on a star next to, probably Ewan Aiken. If he manages to get an edge spot as well, just watch him.
If he starts on the edge, he'd be a great option. Yeah. The only problem is that I'm locked into 3 South players that I want, and they've got to buy in like round 4, so I'm super maxed out on the amount of South players I can take.
Yep.
Who's the third?
Jai Gray. I'm pretty locked into getting him.
Damn.
Fafita Smith Gray. Yeah,
right. The other one is, if he gets that centre spot, which I'm hearing that he might, Tallis Duncan. So you probably want to chuck a star on him, but he was the best centre over at the club last year. The issue is his price like it too.
But
yeah, no,
he won't get it over Whiten. Where will Whiten play?
The other centre. Oh, now I got you.
No,
yeah, Mitchell's playing centre, mate.
Yeah,
that's interesting. Maybe he's on the bench.
Unless they've got a new team formats.
Are they bringing in a Talakai at the South? Are they? Guy that can play both back row and centre.
They must be. Well, if Aiken, it's either Aiken or Duncan. Like
we got 6 spots on the bench now too. So that's I don't think. Yeah, go.
Duncan's a pretty handy guy to have off the bench because he can play fucking anywhere in the forward pack and centre.
I just want to talk about the rule changes because we haven't really mentioned it so far this year. I think the big one is the 6-player bench. There can still only be 4 players used out of them 6. So you can have guys sitting on the bench doing nothing.
It concerns me that's like that the guys that I think it'll most affect is guys like potentially Toby Couchman and the like. You know, where you're hoping that it's 3 guys in a utility. Like a lot of games, you'll actually get 4 forwards rotating through.
Yeah,
or like 3 forwards in a hybrid.
Yep.
So where it's good for is, I think, is guys like, just say, Connor Watson. Like, you know how it used to be with Connor Watson that you buy him and you were like, but there's
Shift
every
out
chance
to
he goes to
centre,
centre,
yeah.
full back, like, left, right, out. Like, it's just, you don't know what's going to happen with him. Now, if someone goes down in the back line, it's like, we'll just play, whoever.
Cook's
Same
gonna
with second rowers that get moved out to edge.
Cook's gonna
Second
credit
rowers that
from
get
that.
moved to centre.
Yeah, like the both Furmore effect, right? Like,
Yeah.
is it centre again? It's no more of that. So
Yeah.
On the other side of that, unless their name is Blake Brayley or Harry Grant, you're never going to be fucking certain if any other hooker is going to play 80 minutes because
Mm.
there's going to be a fucking backup hooker in that fucking six every single time.
just
And
get the
yes,
cheapest.
they might not get called on, but you don't fucking know that until it happens.
Get the cheapest hookers you can. I think that's my strategy this year.
Nah,
is
because
just-
I don't like that Bulldogs cunt. I reckon he's going to suck shit.
We got to watch him this week, and you get a good idea.
He's
Yeah.
got nothing to his game, man. He's got no running game, and he's a missed tackle merchant. Like, just
last
gonna go
year
out there
was
for
kind of
60
thrust
minutes,
into
mate.
it. I maybe a full preseason. Like, you're
he's
hoping.
slow as well. He's slow.
Yeah, I know. I'm hoping that a proper preseason, like him practicing and the squad practicing with him, he might get a little bit more pep in his step. That's all I can hope.
I
But-
don't reckon he's got it in him.
Yeah, well, like otherwise, you're getting Harry Grant. It's like you can only get so many 600k players.
That is true. That is true. All right.
Except Connor Watson. That's the only other one that I had an interest in, like for a very similar price. 13 in that squad, so pretty locked in there because Radley is now officially an edge.
Yeah, I'm just worried. There's so many mouths
Until
to feed
he's
in that
not.
Roosters side, man. Like,
Yeah.
you got so many players to come back into that. Both of the Butcher brothers need to come back into there. It's just, it's
I
so
would not be
risky.
taking forward in the
One way or another, Watson gets fucked with.
Yeah,
I was just thinking he won't get moved around as much as he used to. That's all.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No,
fair point.
you 100%. All right. So TLDR on the old centre position after 45 minutes of talking absolute fucking rubbish is if you can afford Herbie, you buy him. If you can't, you're looking at Catewell, Panasini, Cobbo if he gets named, or one of the other centres that can play edge if they get named.
Yeah, fucking just choose your two favourite
Yep.
gay mid-range centres. Fucking
Good luck to you.
Guys,
Farmworth
actually,
and
I found a
Karaz
solution.
and just laugh.
Well,
I found the
honestly,
solution.
how I started Lordy was Farmworth and Karaz at centres. And I was like, I'm just going to forget, and go cheap around.
1.5 million in centre.
the problem was he hadn't selected the other 19
Yeah,
players at that point.
there was no one else in the team, mate.
Oh, mate.
Guys, if you really need a centre, just start writing angry letters to Fail Hub and get Adam Dewey his centre duel. Then we're cooking.
Yeah. So, interesting story about Fail Hub is the stats guy at NRL. He's going to have some fucking eyes on him this year because the other game, what is it, Supercoach, has decided it's going to use the proper NRL stats this year and not make up their own bullshit. So that was an interesting development during the week, is that now there's going to be twice as many eyes on that Harry Grant non-try assist that there used to be. So we'll see if that changes anything. All right.
Probably not.
Yeah, they'll probably just say fuck you anyway. All right. Any final thoughts on the pod? I'm excited for some games of rugby league this weekend. Got quite a few bottles of beer and bottles of whiskey to drink. It's going to be fucking fantastic. Have some rugby league back on the screen. Eddie?
Oh, I'm just ready fucking for the season to start. I'm sick of running around in circles now. I just want to know who we can pick.
Yeah, we got 3 weeks left, mate. Thoughts?
Time machine forward, and then we realised that none of the guys we wanted, and we're all locked into Vegas teams, and so we're all stuffed anyway.
Yeah.
The same thing that happens every year. We get in as soon as the game opens because we can't fucking help ourselves, and then it's just so long until the season starts that we end up running around in fucking circles.
Roots?
That's it.
Someone please pick the centres for me.
Yeah, I'll do it for you, mate. Don't worry.
Thanks, mate. We're good
Yeah,
now.
I've got
Give
some
me your
really
login
good-
details.
Yeah, bro. Ruben Garrick and fucking Philip Sami sorted. All right,
Mate, we Garrick started well last year.
Campbell Graham, the world's most,
He's injured,
most
bro.
healthy centre.
he's not even starting the year.
It's Campbell Graham surely back, like on the wing or something.
He's
He's
going
on
to
the
play
wing.
wing. He'll play wing.
Yeah, that's it.
He's not the
Or at
fifth
least
centre
six-
for Souths, mate. It's not
Isn't that funny?
Luke Duncan, Latrell, and
They-
Whiten.
They have mismanaged that cap so badly. Like I know that they're getting for Haas now, and they've got the feeder, but gosh, they've mismanaged the rest of that cap.
They need Walker to fuck off.
Walker's-
What are
Walker's
they paying
done.
for their spine?
No,
Fucking
I don't think
$2
they
at a
can
Big
allow
Mac.
Walker to fuck off because, like, after that, who's the next guy stepping up? It's going to be
I'll just
Lions led by donkeys there.
I'll just put Jack White in there.
But by next year, Walker's going to be so shit. You watch this year, right? I reckon it's going to be the ghost of Cody Walker. He's a running half that's ancient. Fucking, I reckon he's going to be on a big downward slide.
He had a
Like,
lot
by
of
the end of the year, he'll
HIAs.
be.
Shit, this year.
He had a lot of
It was like
HIAs,
this year.
man. He had a lot of HIAs last year, and I am worried about him.
And calf, he had hammy, calf, like a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, for a
he's gonna
guy that
suck.
was notorious for being tough as nails and playing every single game, he spent a lot of time on the bench last year, and that's not good for.
Fuck it. Isn't he
Not
like
at all.
38 or some shit now?
I don't think he's that old, mate. What is he?
I'm pretty sure he's at least 36.
He is
36.
36,
He'll be
mate.
turned 37 this year.
That's pretty old.
He just turned
Yeah.
36.
For a dude that's just a specialist running half.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure Bennett's younger than them.
Anyway, Payne Haas is a turncoat trader. No, I mean you can't blame him from going to the South, mate. The deal he's going to get is insane, and the fact that he can just walk out and join the R360 whenever he wants—that's crazy. If
Yeah,
them
maybe he
reports
wants
are
to live
true.
in Sydney.
If them true, well, he's from Sydney, right? Better blow down there. Just starts fucking cheese.
He's off the blow now, he reckons.
All healthy. All right. Any last words? Otherwise, we're going to get off this bitch.
Let's close it up.
Thanks for listening, fellas.
What up?
See you next week.
What up, Plowboy?